Once upon a time, there were 3 big bags. And those 3 big bags went to this spooky haunted house called Madani, where they saw a maiden and they tried to attack. But the 3 big back bitches, they can't run that fast. I'm just kidding. Hey, everybody, how y'all doing? So, listen. Hey, everybody. How y'all doing, child? I'm here to talk to y'all today. Y'all, that Love and Marriage Huntsville episode got me triggered. It has me triggered. I watched it again today. And I was really triggered. Like, Marsau is really a piece of shit. Like, dead ass. Like, he is really a piece of shit out here. Like, he is really out here not caring about how he speaks to his wife. He doesn't care about, how he makes her feel. He just doesn't care. And although Tisha may not be my favorite person on the show, and I do kind of think that she might be a little slow, I don't really like seeing, men who claim that they love and cherish and want to protect their wives, talk to them so bad. You know what I'm saying? I just have a big issue with that. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. And what pisses me off the most is that I feel what Tisha is going through is like she is putting herself through it. And I honestly don't even understand as to why she can I tell y'all something real quick? Let me tell y'all a funny story. Well, not really funny. Y'all, I need y'all to understand this for those of y'all who might be watching or not. So I was at the gym today. I had my little session to go to, and the owner of said gym walks up to me. And I already told y'all I suffer from social anxiety, right? I told y'all that I get very, very tense when it's people around or like people coming up to me and talking to me about stuff that's kind of personal. And although my channel is public, because nobody really knows about it in my personal life, it's more so a personal thing. It is not something I advertise. If you just come across it, hey, Herbert. But he said, so I found your YouTube channel. And I was like, and immediately when he said that, y'all, my stomach dropped to my feet because I know that the two personas, as in me when I'm on this channel, is way different from me in my regular day-to-day life, which I have already told y'all about. And as he was trying to bring it up, I kept on telling, he was trying to get it out because he really wanted to talk about the channel. And I was like, it's not the time. I don't want to hear it. It's not the time. Because I was literally about to have a panic attack because I told y'all I have social anxiety. He said to me, how come, the Jeremy that's at the gym is not the same Jeremy that's on the channel? And I was like, well, I didn't say anything. I just smiled and shrugged. But it's really because, I'm in the comfort of my own home. I'm more so of a recluse. I'm more so of a lone wolf. So when I'm surrounded by people that I don't know or people that I may not have met personally, I'm usually not that talkative. I'm more so of an observant person. Sorry, I don't know why I'm tongue tied, but yeah, and on top of that, when I'm at the gym, I'm not really thinking about, trying to like talk about anything, or try to like, I guess, be funny. I'm just trying to get this body in shape. What you talking about? So Yeah. So y'all, just real quick, if y'all do see me in person, you know, just understand that I am a little bit delicate in person, and that now that definitely don't mean that you ain't liable to get your ass whooped if you approach me the wrong way. That's different. But I'm saying that in the grand scheme of things, I just be gentle with me if you're gonna approach me about this channel. Because I get a little bit awkward and a little bit nervous about it because I don't want my channel and my personal life intermingling. You get what I'm saying? But let's move on. I just wanted to talk to y'all about that real quick. But so I don't know if he's probably gonna come across this video or not, but it is what it is. Um let's talk about it. Okay, so last episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville, we witnessed Tisha cry to Kimmy and Maurice, asking them to basically talk to Marsau about the way that he talks to her, because y'all know after the whole Madani event and Marsau basically acting like a bull in the china shop, he apparently talked everything out with Martell, and it was all like cool, calm, and collected. But when he got home is when he decided to turn and, talk to his wife crazy. And the thing that I don't understand is as to why was there a need to talk to Tisha crazy? Because when you stopped Tisha and you spoke to her and told her the things that you wanted her to do in the moment, she listened. It's almost as if he was trying to blame Tisha for his own actions. And that made me think, because I was actually watching Empress Radio's live earlier today. Well, I don't know if it was a live, more so a pre-recorded video, and she was basically showing this live of Tisha and Marsau in the car, right? And when she was speaking about Tisha and Marsau, when Tisha and Marsau was in the car, Marsau was basically saying, I'm the best thing that ever happened to you. What was you doing before? And she said, I had just graduated college and I was doing an internship. And then after my internship, finished, I really wasn't sure where I wanted to go. But then you ended up proposing. And then he says, exactly. It's not like I took you from no career. It's not like I stopped your dreams. I helped you get to the next level. And I'm like, what? I was like, how? I was like, in what world are you talking about? Because for and this is what the streets are saying. I cannot confirm or deny, what has been said, if it's true or not. But they said that he was working at a movie theater before. Like he wasn't building no buildings like that stuff happened literally right before the show started. But like the whole show thing, at least that's what they say allegedly. But it's not like Marsau came into the relationship with all of these ducats and dollars and degrees and everything else like that. So I'm not really sure as to why he feels that Tisha was in such a low place that he had to come and swoop and save her. I'm really confused by that. And I really do feel also, y'all, could y'all please like the video? Because the last video that I did when I was speaking about my Love and Marriage Huntsville review, I had ended the video and it was like about maybe 150 people in the chat at one point. But by the time I ended the live, I only had 60 likes. And I'm not saying, I'm not trying to make y'all like, if y'all don't like the content, y'all don't like the content. But I do think it's quite weird if you don't like the content to stay and watch the whole time and never like the video. To me, that gives me hater vibes. But I'm not trying to say you a hater, but I'm gonna just remind you to like the video. I love everybody, okay? But yes, like I was saying, I was really confused as to why Marsau speaks on Tisha as if he's the catch. When you actually look at it, what did she catch? What did Tisha catch? Like, what does Marsau provide Tisha that Tisha cannot provide herself? Just if that, but even better. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand, like, what master degrees do you have? Although I still question these master degrees that Tisha has, she has them, and I don't even have a master degree yet. So at the end of the day, Tisha is ahead of a lot of us. And master degrees in the business world boost up your paycheck. Like, if you come to a job with a certain amount of experience and you only have a bachelor's degree, they'll pay you one thing. But if you come with that amount of experience plus a master's degree, you can get paid up to maybe 10 to 15,000 more than what you would have gotten paid if you had a bachelor's. Honestly. So it's not like Marsau can eat, like, he is not like he is the breadwinner. You get what I'm saying? And I low-key feel that the reason Tisha has these degrees, but like she doesn't have a necessary career to show for it, is because Marsau was not at a point where he could, like, do the things that he wanted to do as far as chasing his dreams, doing things professionally. And that makes me feel that Tisha limited herself, even if it meant, degrading herself to a point of stealing out of Walmart, allegedly. I feel that she might have, limited her, her potential. She placed a glass ceiling above herself so she won't upset or make Marsau feel inadequate about where he was in life. And I noticed that a lot of women do that. They dim their own light because they're scared that the man that they're with is going to be intimidated because the light that they possess may not shine just as bright. And a lot of reality shows basically show that to be the case when you look at couples. Like, for example, you have Karen Huger on Real Housewives of Potomac. I remember a certain season that she was going at it with her husband, and he said that he didn't even know if he loved her anymore because it's not the same woman that he met years ago. The woman who is always on the beck and call, always at the house, not doing much, not achieving much, or anything else of the sort. But now you out here doing this, you're doing that, you're going this place, you're going that place, you have this business, you have that business. But what about me? And it almost really makes me disgusted by the whole sanctity of marriage if all it means is that women cannot achieve their full self or go after their dreams. And that really does make me sad. Y'all know what I'm saying? Like, can you imagine falling in love with somebody and then marrying them and then finding out after you get into this relationship that you cannot achieve the things that you want to? And a lot of this actually goes into how the relationship starts off from the beginning. And this is why I was actually saying that when you do have a relationship, the way you request or demand to be treated literally sets up how you will be treated throughout the progression of the relationship. Obviously, when Tisha came into this relationship, she was timid, she was shy. She probably had a lot of insecurities about her speech, about her background. And you have Marsau, who is more, more refined as in, his speaking. And he might have, looked like, a prize. But in all actuality, he doesn't possess anything that you do. If anything, you possess more. And a lot of my frustration when it comes to Tisha is because, number one, you're dark skinned and I'm dark skinned. And we have this in common. Number two, you allow yourself to be disrespected. You allow yourself to be demeaned, and you do not accept your responsibility in this matter. You laid the precedent down for how Marsau decided to treat you in this relationship. So you can't therefore blame it or try to push that, push the burden on anybody else to try to fix the things that you want to happen, in your relationship. And then to add insult into injury, we literally went on a whole couples retreat. And all you did when you were there, you came late, you cried about somebody who passed away. And I am very sorry to hear about the person passing away, because I also had a friend who passed away last month, and it's still, shaking me to my core. I'm not going to talk about that too much. But at the end of the day, right then and there, Tisha, was the moment where you could tell Dr. Francis the things that you are feeling about your communication, the things that you're feeling about your relationship, the things that you are feeling about things that need to improve, but you chose not to do so. You chose to revel in the fact that Tiffany and Lewis was getting ate up the whole time. Meanwhile, when you go home, your man is talking to you crazy, and you have to go and cry to Kimmy and Maurice to try to tell them to talk to Marsau about speaking to you properly. And it does nothing, because at the end of the day, if somebody else's word outside of the marriage, Tisha, means more than yours, and you're actually in the marriage, you're actually doing the sexuals with this man, you actually have your name on all of the damn businesses, all of the paperwork, you are the owner of the company, and he's cussing and speaking to you crazy when you literally done nothing wrong, it's an issue. And this is something that you should have gotten fixed a long time ago. But every single time you have the ability to hold Marsau accountable, you cower. And it makes me wonder, has this been an abusive relationship? Has he made you feel, has he made you feel intimidated to speak your truth? Has he made you feel like you're not able to speak your truth? Make you feel like you're not in a safe place? You can, and the thing about it is that when I look at Tisha and Marsau, I don't see a friendship in their relationship. A lot of people usually go into relationships and they are sexual with each other. They hang out with each other, but they don't share a friendship. They don't talk, and they can't relate to one another. They can't relate to things that they have in common, because truth be told, they don't. A lot of people never start off relationships with friendship first. And I'm talking about genuine friendship, not, courting you, you flirting a little bit, but you ain't giving him none. So you gonna call him a friend, but then you really want to end up dating him. I'm talking about actually building a friendship and getting to know the person who you are about to be intimate or, get into a relationship with. Marsau acts like he does not like Tisha, and that's why I get upset, because Tisha deserves so much more. And so does Kimmy, honestly. And what pisses me off about Kimmy is that she acts like she is not going through the same things Tisha is when she's literally doing the same things. But you're more refined. See, just because you can talk properly, just because you can enunciate and you're more eloquent, does not take away from the fact that you're in the same predicament that the next woman is in. So you can't want to sit on a pedestal and want to judge people, and you want to come across as some type of pot of wisdom when you're literally going through the same things and putting up with the same stuff that I am, just a little bit better. But it still ain't the same. It's not like he's respecting you to the umpteen level. He literally left you to go to meet with his baby's mother when it's his child. You're literally saying that you don't have enough time to have sex with your husband because you're too busy taking care of his son. Not saying that the son that you are also helping take care of is not yours, but if you're taking more so of the responsibility and you're the one who's tired at the end of the day from taking care of his kid, and he's sitting here full of energy, hasn't even really done much with his child, and he just wants sex, maybe it's something going on here that might need to be fixed. Maybe, just maybe. Give me a second. Let me drink a little bit of water. Are y'all feeling what I'm putting down today? Put a one in the chat. And the reason why, and like, I really do think that when we think about Tisha and Kimmy and how they intermingle with Melody, I think they're still trying to figure out why Melody is so popular. I think they're trying to figure out why Melody is so well liked, why Melody is so well received, why Melody is going into all of these avenues and places. And I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why right now. Because Melody represents what women wish they would have done a long time ago. What Melody is doing is what a lot of women wish they could have did. And when they saw her do it, not only did it make them like her, but it made her seem as an inspiration, as an influence on how to respect yourself, on how not to accept anything that somebody put on your plate. Hashtag quote Stormy. You know, that's the reason why people like Melody, because through all of the perilous times that Martell put her through, she bounced back, she realized her worth, and she did not just shut up and put up with it. And that's what y'all two do. That's what you two do. And you will never have the support of the people until you stand up for yourself. It's plenty of women out. I would say a lot of women, a majority of women are walking around here like doormats, are walking around here, you know, allowing men to treat them any which way. But when they look on TV, they don't want to see or look up to the same type of abuse they're going through in their day-to-day life. They want to see somebody on camera that's you know, showing them a way on how to escape a situation that may not be beneficial to their mental, emotional, and spiritual health. Right? And I don't think they're connecting that. And I really wish Tisha understood that if she dropped the dead weight that was Marsau, she would really soar and fly. She'd be able to do so much. I guarantee you, she got rid of Marsau, her tongue will lighten up and she'll be able to speak hella clearly. She'll start sounding like Kiki. God is rebuking your tongue until you divorce this man, Mar. I'm just kidding. But you get what I'm saying. Like, it really is an issue on. And then what makes it so bad is that you try to mix in religion with it. You try to make it seem as if God wants you to do this, that God wants you to put up with abuse, when that God wants you to, you know, to do these things. And a lot of people love to quote the scripture, and a lot of people love to quote, Bible verses. But the thing is, when God said that the men were the head of the household, God also said that the men needed to treat their wives like Christ treats the church. Love your wife like Christ loves the church. And we all know Christ loves the church. You know, he died for the church. He gave his last breath for the church. He suffered for the church. He went down into hell for 3 days and 3 nights and went over down there to the saints and the other people's down there in Abraham's bosom. And he preached for for 3 days straight and brought them to salvation. So at the end of the day, I want you to ask yourself this, Tisha: is Marsau giving you that same type of love? Do you feel that he's treating you like Christ would treat the church? Do you feel that he's giving you all that he can? Do you feel like he's going out of his way to try to compromise with you, try to understand your point of view, and try to build you up to be a better version of yourself, and vice versa? If you cannot say that, do you really need to reevaluate the relationship that you're in? Because at the end of the day, all you're doing is suffocating yourself in a sea of regret, in a sea of what ifs, in a sea of I wish I could have. Because years from now, you're gonna look back over this and you're gonna be saying, what if I would have left? What if I would have just chased my dreams? What if I would have saw my potential? And I guarantee you, Tisha is gonna instill these things into her daughter, not to make the same mistakes that she did. Best believe, because I don't believe that Tisha is happy with herself, right? Sheila says she just needs to take a lesson from Melody and pay attention because God said go. In the issue that I feel like that it all boils down to when it comes to Tisha and Melody is because Tisha has resentment towards Melody because her leaving a situation that she's also in makes her feel like she is not as smart or as keen as Melody is, and she resents that fact. She's wondering why Melody is not putting up with it, why Melody is not dealing with the abuse, why Melody is not dealing, with the struggle of, why Melody is not dealing with that. And then then it makes her look at herself and feel bad as if she's doing something wrong, which she is. And for Tisha not to understand the fact that Marsau took you home and talked to you crazy and had all of this aggression with you. Okay, y'all, I really need y'all to I really need y'all to hold on. Give me a second. I'm about to make a couple of you guys moderators. Let me know if you want to be a moderator real quick. Put your hand up if you want to be a moderator. I need to let me know if you want to. I need to see. Cause if you want to, I will make you a moderator, and I need you to help get the booty jiggle.com sites up out of here. So let me know if you want to be a moderator. I'm really mad that this kind of messed up my my moderators basically control the live chat. You basically block, delete anybody who comes in and they are cutting up, or porn channels that come in here and just spam the comment section. You moderate. I understand the question, but I do think it's kind of self-explanatory. All right, Nicole, you are now a moderator. Well, if you don't know how at the moment Afrocentric, maybe you can maybe you could just evaluate what the moderators do, and then we could talk about it at another time. But listen, y'all, like I was saying, let's get back into what we were talking about. So I feel, like I said, I really do feel that a lot of the issue that Tisha has is she's like, how dare you not put up with it? I'm putting up with it. So you think you're better than me? You think you're better than you think you're better than us because you left your man. And I feel like that is what motivates a lot of it. And the fact that she has such an intense chokehold on the audience of Love and Marriage Huntsville makes Tisha feel even worse, because Tisha feels that what am I doing that she's not? Or what is she doing that I'm not? We don't pay attention to the porn sites. We pay attention to you. I understand that, but at the end of the day, I don't need a 69me.com, spamming my live chat. Okay. I can't have that. It could be children are watching. Okay. All right. So like I was saying, and I just wish that she could see her potential. I really wish that Tisha knew that she was a beautiful woman, that she is a gorgeous woman, that she has a lot going for herself. She has a lot of intelligence. She has a lot of thoughts and opinions that are worth hearing, but she needs to have the power to force herself to be heard. In my opinion, I feel like in this relationship, you're not even exercising your own voice, because there's no way that you would let your man, go to Africa for a whole month and barely not even message you anything the whole month. Meanwhile, he literally told you about this a couple days before he went. Then on top of that, you were left with the kids. You were left with trying to keep up the household, the same household that he's quote unquote providing for, even though he says that you're the president of the company and you're the general manager of Black, somehow through all of that, Marsau is the leader of the household. And that's something that I don't understand why women feel the need to think about. I feel like everybody wants to try to force this submissive energy, when a lot of times, a lot of the men that y'all want to submit to are not even worth being submissive towards. Honestly, y'all telling me that y'all feel safe or feel like a sense of y'all want to submit to Marsau. I'll let you know something. Let me tell y'all something. I was in a relationship last year, And I always talk about this relationship because, somebody I care about very deeply. Still to this day, we still message very often. Um, and I had dated this person. We started out as friends, right? And then when we dated, I had never experienced a love like that in my life. Besides the love of Christ, of course, but that's way more than anything on this earth. But understand what I'm saying, though. Like, I've never experienced a love like that before. And him caring about me so much, him treating me the way that he did, talking to me with patience, having just great conversation with me, like uplifting me, telling me all of the things that he loved about me, made me want to give him more myself, made me want to probably be a little bit more submissive than I ever was in any other relationship, right? Now in the other relationships, I was way more so dominant. I was way more, bossy. I was way not disrespectful, but I like they didn't get that out of me because they never gave that to me. But a person who literally made me feel safe, made me feel protected emotionally and mentally, caused me to open up, lower my guards, and allow him, to lead in a lot of different aspects and areas of my life. And that's what it all boils down to, as to what they're doing to make you feel comfortable enough to want to be submissive, right? You just can't be submissive to just anybody who claim that they're an alpha male. That really does not make any sense, right? Oh my gosh. Not new AI dating disrupting the industry. I didn't even know I had that on there. Right, but karma's hitting them hard. Relly says exactly, as long as you have a man, you're one up on another woman, according to her. Letitia and Kimmy knew about Martell and Coleslaw and have been around her. I think Letitia did. I don't think Kimmy knew. I don't think Kimmy knew. And at least if she did, she ain't say nothing on camera. But I guarantee she probably did know. She just ain't gonna say that. She ain't gonna admit to that because she don't want to smoke. Wanda told her it's okay because she has a husband. Wanda is also an idiot. Doja Cat, Marsau is attracted to Mel. You can see it all over his face. Yes, he is. He's attracted to He's attracted to Melody because he's sexually attracted to women who have a lot going for themselves. Although that's not what he married. He's attracted to that, but he won't marry that because he doesn't have enough masculine security to do that. His masculinity is going to be easily encroached upon by the sheer independence of a person that would be like Melody. So that's not something that he's going to be able to do. He needs somebody who he can manipulate and control and demean, and that way he can maneuver them in any way so that he chooses. That's why he is is with a Tisha. He's not married to a Melody, although he might be very much attracted to a Melody, right? That's the reason. Oh, child, give me a second. I'm still okay. Martell is more attracted to the benefits Mel can provide. I don't know if I can say that. I do believe that Martell loved Melody, and I do believe Martell loved his family. I do believe that, but I do think that because he has such a narcissistic mindset that he couldn't properly love anybody, including himself, right? What up, Shouty? What up, young rich skinny? How you doing? But like, I don't think that he was able to love her the way that she wanted to. Like, one thing about a narcissist is that they want to love people, but they don't know how. And the way that they do love is very toxic, very abusive, and very demeaning. Because truth be told, they don't even love themselves. And that's because they have a lot of childhood trauma, a lot of insecurities and things like that that goes all the way back to their past. You have to trace it all the way back. And the thing that they always want you to do is continuously pour into them and pour into them and pour into them, and you never really get poured into yourself. It's always you're giving and giving and giving, and then they'll love bomb you when they do you wrong, make you feel that you have something to work towards. Like if you do better, I'll treat you like this. I'll make you feel this way. I'll make you feel that way. You will feel amazing. But if you don't, I'm gonna make you feel this way. So don't piss me off or make me upset, because then you're gonna be asking for the treatment that you might not like. That's the way they think of it. That's the way they do it. I think he never loved Melody. He gives off predatory vibes. I don't know. I feel like he did. Cause before this, Melody really didn't. I don't know. Cause they met each other in college. I really do feel that he loved her. I feel that, but as time progressed, things had changed. And I do feel like he ended up liking a lot of the benefits that Mel gave him later on. But when they first started out, they were literally on the same level. I mean, not mentally wise, but as far as career paths, they were both school teachers. And I think they were working at the same school. I was told narcissists are the plug looking for an outlet. They drain your energy because that's exactly what they are. That's exactly what they are. Hey, Miss Sugar Mama. Give it, give it, give it to mama. College love, you're sprung and stupid. And that's something that Melody actually said. She was like, if I had the 36-year-old mindset that I have, that I have now back then, I would have made different decisions and I would not have put up or, trusted him. And I know a lot of people usually think that, well, Melody put up with it, but you have to think about it. When you're young and in your early 20s and you get with somebody and get married, which is a big thing, and you merge your families, your lives together. When problems come about, you want to try to make it work, you want to try to fix it, because you believe that your love could fix people. You believe that your love is able to heal a situation when in all actuality it can't. So as you get older, you learn the limit, you learn the limitations of love. You learn the limitations and the boundaries of adoration and like feelings of admiration for people. You realize what the boundaries are and the limitations of what they can and cannot do. And love cannot fix somebody. It can't. The person has to be willing to change themselves. They built the money together. Then he got the big head, thought he could have a wife and a girlfriend. What's love got to do? I say I got to do with it. What's love but a second-hand emotion? They believe the love bombing and those characters shown, but the reality is that person never existed. It's all a game. Exactly. That like it was only a representative. And it actually hurts them to love bomb you because it does not feel genuine or organic to them either. Also understand that. Have y'all liked the video? Let me know. I know that y'all are used to me. I know that y'all are used to me doing a lot of funny stuff, but I really felt like being more so analytical and really, delving deep into what I was thinking. I'm multifaceted. If y'all haven't, found that out or not. Martell as a teacher sounds scary. No wonder no child left behind was growing during that time period. I am so ridiculous. I'm done. I'm done. Exactly. It takes wisdom, which you gain from life experience. By college, you still don't know much of anything. Well, I won't say that. I do believe that everybody experiences life, like, life experiences at a different frequency. Like for myself, in the military, I feel like I experienced 10 years worth of life experiences. You know, I feel that I had learned at an accelerated pace on how to be an adult, on how to handle myself, on how to respect myself, on how to accept the best for myself, even it like, and that's just for me learning it professionally, and then me pulling that into my personal life, my personal life. I'm sorry. Why do you feel it's so hard for Martell to admit that he wants Melody, even though it's so obvious that he does? Mouth be watering at the mere mention of her, but he also acted like he had like that when he had her. It's because Martell has an ego. Martell's ego is fragile. Martell wants to feel like he is the prize in their relationship. He wants to feel that because I am a dad, because I do provide, that that's all it takes. So therefore, I am better and scores above other men that are out there. You know, because the bar has been set to hell for black men, heterosexually, of course. You know, Martell felt like amongst them, he was a prize because all of us are cheating, quote unquote. But at least I'm taking care of my kids. At least I'm putting money in the household. At least I'm coming back home at night. You know, so at the end of the day, just because I go down there, shaboink a boink a hoe or two, don't take away from the fact that I'm doing everything that I need to do in my household, and you can't really tell a difference. That's why Martell won't treat Melody the way, you know, won't cave in, because his ego won't allow him to, even though this is obvious on the inside that he obviously misses this woman and he didn't even want the divorce. He, like, his ego and his pride would not allow him to, like, you know, to raise the white flag, because he wanted Melody to know that out of the two of them, that he was the prize, that he was the one moving and shaking and making it happen, when in all actuality it really wasn't him. You know, Marsau made up with Martell because he don't want Martell to tell the secrets at the reunion, nor does he want Martell to whoop that ass. I believe that after the security left and all of that bucking that he was doing and all that alcohol that was in his system had dissipated, you know, the security was going, now if you really want to square up, we can do that. Of course he didn't want the smoke, and of course he decided to talk things out. But all that aggression that he had, it never went away. You want to know what he did with it? He redirected it to his wife, because he's a coward. And truth be told, the understanding that he keeps on trying to reiterate that men have between each other is really just between him and his brother. And I'm gonna let y'all know what that is. It's the fact that they cannot fight and they cannot defend themselves. So if they're put in any situation, they're liable to get their ass whooped, and that's not what they want. And the fact that he almost got his ass whooped pissed him off even more. And he felt that in some way, shape, or form, Tisha was the root cause of that. And he had to take out his frustrations out on her, because he wasn't man enough to do it with Martell, at least without security and his brother and 8 other women holding him back there. You know? It's because the game starts over again. It would be a big conquer for the narcissist to win her back, just to abuse her worse. He sees that opportunity as fresh supply all over again. And I want to know something. And can I ask y'all? I want to ask y'all this. Do y'all feel that narcissists are able to change? Do y'all feel that narcissists are able to become better people and to change who they were? I don't know if some of y'all are comfortable with this, but have some of y'all ever felt that y'all were narcissists? That you guys have narcissistic traits? The title of this video should be Marsau doesn't respect Tisha, LMAO. But the title is Marsau doesn't respect Tisha. I'm not gonna laugh at it, y'all, because it ain't funny. we save our laughter for Arian. That's who we laugh at. You know, we laugh at Arian on this channel, child. When it comes to the disrespecting of wives and mother of children and stuff like that, you know. And I ain't talking about mothers through sideline, you know, activity. I'm talking about the mothers who were proposed to, who respected the sanctity of marriage and monogamy. You know, I honestly don't know. I don't have narcissistic tendencies. Hell no, they're not able to change. So wait. Oh wait, so young, rich, skinny, you said that you suffer from narcissistic traits. No, this is a demonic spirit. They usually don't. They will never hold themselves accountable. But the thing is, God can release you from all shackles and chains. So at the end of the day, who are we to say that a narcissist cannot change their ways, you know, with the help of God, right? Or maybe it's just me, child. But I love your laugh. You have to before the live ends. Who said I was not gonna laugh? Who said that? But you want to know, like, some, like, just sometimes I'm not, I don't really feel like I'm in a playing mood. Not 41 likes. Y'all know, the peoples don't like me. They don't like me. They don't like me like that, and I understand. When you out here telling, telling the unmitigated truth, that, that's how it happens. But nah, that ain't God. So y'all saying, y'all, like, so nobody believes that a narcissist can change. Put a 1 in the chat if you believe a narcissist can change, and put a number 2 in the chat if you don't. And then let me know the reason why. Go ahead. Let me hear y'all. All right, like, can I ask y'all a question? If y'all can get the likes up to 100 likes, I can drop the link and we can actually have a real good conversation about this, because I'm feeling a little bit of a high vibration in my shundo tonight, and I really want to speak to y'all. Y'all feel what I'm putting down? I think that we can all change, but the question is, do they want to? God is waiting for you to take the first step, right? That is a whole lot of truth. That is a whole lot of truth. A lot of us usually say that we want things, or say that we're ready for things. And one time, let me tell y'all something. One time, can I be real with y'all spiritually? One time for the one time. Let me tell y'all this. So last year I had went through a very intense spiritual awakening, where I was like on like some old day saints type of stuff. Like, I was reading 10 chapters a day. I was fasting every week. I was in prayer like 10, like, a good hour or two a day. I was doing everything that I could. And I remember one night, in the middle of the night, y'all, in the middle of the night, and y'all may not believe what I'm saying. I was on my knees, and it was like 3 a.m. I had woke up to do some overnight prayer, to basically strengthen my my spiritual self for the next day. And I was telling God, I was like, God, show me yourself. God, show me yourself. And I remember I used to always want God to show me an open vision of heaven, like, let me see a little tour of heaven. Tell me, I promise y'all, I am not lying. As it was pitch black in my room, and I was on my knees praying on, like, against my bed, I felt an enormous presence come into my room, so much so that my body locked up. Like, I was shook. I was not ready. And and then all of a sudden I kind of saw like glowing happening towards like the bottom of the floor, like, not the bottom of the floor, but the floor, right? And I knew for a fact that it was God. I knew for a fact that Jesus or God had entered. Well, they the same person. They mingled themselves into this room. I was asking for it, and boom, there they were. And I promise y'all, my body locked up. I was not ready. I was not ready. I was not ready. I kept on saying it because it sounded nice, but I was not ready to be in the presence of the Lord. I literally was shaking in fear, and I literally refused to lift my head up, because I don't know if I was prepared to see what was in front of me. And I will never, ever, ever forget that experience. And that lets me know that a lot of us say that we want things, but we're not ready for it, so God doesn't give it to us. We want it, but are you truthfully ready for it? I had asked for, like, for an intimate experience with God, and boy, did I get one, and I was not ready. Mind you, I was sinless, I was repentant, I was in a very more pure state. And then when I actually felt the presence of God near me, I almost freaked out. It was insane. So listen to me when I say it. I'm telling you, a lot of us feel that, we want things and that we're ready for things, but we're not. We're not in all actuality, and that's why we have not been blessed with them yet. right? Y'all understand? And I always bring up that story when I talk about, asking for things that you may not be ready for, bringing things up that you might not be, in the right headspace to go through. Hitting the like button is free. Please support. Oh yes, please, y'all. Like the video real quick. I'll give y'all a good 10 seconds. I'll be right back. All right, y'all like the video yet? Anyway, because y'all don't understand, the liking of the video really does make a difference. It really does put us in an algorithm. And I don't know about y'all, but I really want my channel to continue to grow. And I realize that I've reached a point of stagnance. And I realize I reached a point of, hitting a wall, and I need to break through. And I need to add more variety to my content. I need to show more aspects of myself, So I'm challenging myself this whole month. Well, for the next month, I'm challenging myself. Nicole Honorary said, Jeremy, God said, don't ask. Don't, if you ask, you shall receive. You're speaking the truth. Yeah, I was not prepared. I was definitely not prepared. I was definitely not. I was definitely not. Jeremy, you need to show your face more. Why, child? Do y'all understand? Like, the reason why I do not like to show my face as often is really because I don't. I don't like, because I'm very critical of myself, and I really don't like to be on camera if I'm not feeling all put together. If I feel like I'm looking crazy, or if I'm feeling crazy, I'm not about to get on camera. It's not gonna happen. I feel like I have been getting on camera more often though. I literally did, I think, three or four lives on cam, and I did my recorded reviews on camera as well, right? OMG, you are handsome. Thank you. I appreciate that. But I do be feeling like sometimes I can look a little crazy. It can, like, if I'm not well manicured, it can go from boy next door to 12 years a slave real quick. You might think you waking up next to Babatunde. You never know. You might think you're gonna wake up to Jeremy, you waking up to Modessa at the end of the day. So it's a lot of work to me for me to come on camera, and I don't be feeling like it all the time, but I am working on it. I think I'm gonna do the Real Housewives of Potomac review tomorrow, and I'm gonna do that one on camera. Okay. So I think I'm gonna do that, right? Put a picture of a put a picture of a white person, and your YouTubers and your YouTube subscribers will grow. No, because if I gotta put a picture of a white person to do it, then I don't need those people to be subscribed to me. A person should be subscribed to me because of the quality of my content, not the color of my skin. But I do love my brothers and sisters. Like the same way I tell y'all that I don't support businesses just because they're black. I support businesses because they're good and they have quality. If your business has a quality and it's black, then that's amazing. I will support that black business. But I'm not just gonna give you my support just because we're both black. I don't agree. I don't agree with that sentiment. Call me a coon if you want, but at the end of the day, I just don't believe that just because we are black that we have to give each other handouts. And I never asked for one, and I never expected one. I never, in a professional environments, I never look at black people and think that, oh yeah, you gonna give me the hookup. Absolutely not. Pay, like, I always pay full price, if not a little bit more sometimes. All right, y'all. So at this point, I do think we are able to drop the link. Okay, so I'm really excited to hear what y'all gotta say. I know we're at 97 likes, but I feel like that's close enough, and I'm really itching to see what y'all have to say. Okay, let me drop the link real quick. So I'm gonna do that, and please like the video as y'all are watching as well. Um, and let me pin it in the actual video itself. Okay. I don't. Why am I keep on saying okay like that? Okay, I need to stop that. I don't know what is going on. Oh my gosh, what is going on here? Okay, here we go. All right, facts. Black people expect black businesses to sacrifice their profits. Yeah, but a lot of times, a lot of black businesses also expect black people to accept, subpar customer service and subpar service just within itself. I think it goes both ways. And I think that they want to give you subpar, service, and they want to throw around, support, man, like give us a break. We a black business. So then the other people, they're like, well, if you a black business, then give me a little bit of a discount. Like I think it's a terrible cycle. For example, look at Sheree. Exactly. And the thing is, like, I'm not against Sheree. I'm not against Sheree. Oh yeah, Destiny is definitely a whack weirdo, and she's a failure. Like, Destiny always wants to bring up the fact that she's a black business, and I'm a black business, and how you gonna do that? You know, with a black business and a black business, but at the end of the day, that shouldn't matter. The quality of the content. We literally always say that, we're like that we're the real Jews. We're always saying like this hotep stuff. Well, a lot of us, I don't subscribe to that, but a lot of us say that, and then we make up all the excuses as to why we are not giving quality things. If we are just as good as anybody else, and we're challenged in this world to be twice as or four times as good, then the people in the business, should be twice as or four times as good as well. You cannot be a black business and want to give me subpar service and think that just because we black, I'm just going to give you my money. Absolutely not. I will go go down there to that Caucasian business and go get my money's worth. Okay? I'm not about to give you a full $100 when you're only giving me $25 worth of service. Okay? And then a lot of times black people, they want to overprice things and then say, well, why black people can't have luxury? Because you're not giving luxury quality. You're not giving quality. Good night, Jeremy. Good night, okay. Have a nice night. Sleep tight. Hey, Empress, you're preaching today. Thank you. I appreciate that. I really do. I hope you're feeling better too, by the way, Empress. I know Empress was feeling down, a little bit under the weather, a little bit, I think last week. And I'm really happy to oh my God. Look at who we got, Shucky Ducky. If it ain't Harlem, how you doing? Harlem, can you hear me? You probably might have to turn on.
I'm sorry, I got you. You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I'm sorry, I had to unmute when I was turning off the camera and everything. So I just wanted to talk about one thing when you was talking about, like, why the black businesses, why they charge more and all this other stuff. Like, after emancipation, and they was like, pull yourself up by your bootstraps, this is that and the other. And Malcolm X spoke at, I forgot what church that was, and he was like, he felt like he led his people astray because he was trying to, like, do the whole inclusion thing, what I'm saying, stop the separation or whatever. But black people was doing better back then when they were separated, because they was able to, like, own their own farms, own their own land, and start creating generational wealth. When they did, like, the inclusion, they sabotaged the education, they sabotaged a lot of stuff. So that, like, stopped a lot of the generational wealth. And, like, they were talking about, like, black farms and how much black farm is owned here in America now, as opposed to back then. That was stopped. So a lot of, like, stuff, whereas, like, the white people, they have, like, generational wealth, or they had the red line and the the money that the house is worth, where they could use that to put their kids through school and not be in debt. Like, so I believe like all that economic stuff, one thing impacts the other, which causes a domino effect. Whereas, like, all right, both of them open up the store at the same time. I remember my friend, she tried to open up her own beauty supply store, and there was the Chinese beauty supply store. They all put their money together. They got, when they was allowed to come over here, they was given like free trade, free land, free this, free that, and we had to pull ourselves up by the bootstrap. So my point is that you would think that oh, they overcharging, the black people's overcharging. They're trying to, like, meet the next month's, supply and demand. That's how I think of it, as like to apply common sense to why this is happening to one, race of people and not, everybody else.
Right. I low-key feel that when it comes to the whole segregation thing, I think that it's a little bit delusional for us as black people to believe that that was going to be a long-term thing anyway. Like, it was never going to happen. And there's so many cities and so many different black towns that existed back in the 60s and the 50s that were destroyed, and somehow a lot of them are underwater, which a lot of us don't even talk about. A lot of them are lakes and stuff like that. A lot of
yeah, Lake Lanier.
Yeah, a lot of them have turned into lakes. because they destroyed those places. Now,
Right.
it's not now I'm not gonna say this. Now, I'm not one of the people who like to blame everything on white people. I don't like to do that. I like to view myself as somebody who can view a scenario from all aspects.
Right.
So I do believe that segregation was necessary and needed, but I think what we need in this moment probably would be to hold each other accountable. I don't understand why black people want me to be in fear of a police pulling me over rather than another black man or black woman shooting me
Yeah.
or
No,
killing
yeah,
me.
yeah.
When
You are,
when
yeah, I agree.
when all actuality, we're killing each other way more than the cops are. But
Absolutely. Yeah, you're more likely to die by, the hands of your own black person. That's because they was taught to kill, but not taught, but like, when they do things like when they killed Tamir Rice, they left his body in the street. That's like a ritual for when they used to do the hangings. It used to be like a ceremony. So it was like a ceremony, a ceremonialist, whatever thing, when they left his body in the street for so long, uncovered, laying there, died like a corpse, like a, like it was like some type of, like, it's weird that they did that, because usually whenever like somebody's dead, they usually cover them with the white sheet, right? But why was his body left there? So it's like little things like that. And then it's a social structure. You know what I'm saying? So you would want to believe that, you have just every, like, redlining was a social. It was something that was put in place. Like, you cannot, like, just like, it was not that long ago. You know what I'm saying? When that was in place. So, these, white only towns and stuff like that, where they property is worth more money than in the black town, like they property value was reduced. But it's like so many things that's put in place that I don't know. I don't know everything, but like just from the little bit that I do know, because I took Africana studies in school, as part of my my bachelor's or whatever. I got the little undergraduate, whatever. So me looking at all that stuff and realizing that it wasn't so long ago, and a lot of them systems are still in place that we don't know about. It's like you think that it don't exist, and it still does exist. Like.
mm-hmm. So first and foremost, it's so funny because I'm watching the views go down because they're like, oh, some educational shit. Oh, we don't want to hear about this. What
Let me
about
step.
Martell?
Yeah. All right. So let me log off, because I don't want your views to go down. I was
No,
just trying to, like, share
like
share some information.
at the end of the day, I'm gonna talk about what I want. I don't care. I really don't care about who's watching or how many views we have. Like, I already said last month that, well, not last month, but like, a couple nights ago, that I was getting back into the basics. When I first started this channel, I really didn't care about the likes. I didn't really care about how many people were in here. I just cared about having conversation that I enjoyed. So at the end of the day, if people are not enjoying this, that's on them. Let's I feel like we should add a little bit more variety in our palettes of things that we like to talk about. Right?
Right, yeah, because I had another YouTuber that was talking like they always be sharing so much information and they don't get a lot of likes and views. But I be listening, I'm like, yo, they be spot on, they be sharing a lot of information, but the likes and views don't be up. It's like they want this low vibrational, stuff that doesn't contribute to like understanding what's going on around you in society and to like take a different approach. Whereas if you learn something, maybe you could contribute to make, what I'm saying, to gain more power, to gain more, traction and leverage to like, pull somebody else up.
Yes. So I was gonna say that I don't think that what because I saw Uppity's I love that Nick. I love that name. All I think about is when Tara was in Fantasia and she was like Uppity. I don't know why I always like Uppity. Child, anyway. Um I don't think that black men leaving the household was the
Breakdown.
downfall of black
Hmm.
wealth. I feel what was the downfall of black wealth was the programming that we've had over over the years. I
Right.
feel that when it comes to us as people, we do not like ourselves. We do not like ourselves. Like although we celebrate our culture, although we are proud of our culture, although we love our culture, when it comes to us loving one another, I don't think that we do that often, and that's reflected in the high murder rate that we have towards one another. And I know a lot of people might say, well, races kill each other, in different races as well, but the percentage of black people killing them like each other is higher than any other race killing themselves anyway.
Right.
So that's like that should tell you something.
So do you think that, like, do you think that like black people as a whole was programmed to like, not value each other as much as like, any other race? Like they value each other a lot, like, a great deal. Like I saw a video where um a white girl and a black girl got into a fight in a Walmart, and the white girl's black boyfriend jumped in and beat the black girl up and took his white girl and left. So I don't know what was dynamic, if that was his ex girl with his new girl or whatever, but it was just it was like overkill the way he was punching on her, the black girl. You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, she was a female. You know what I'm saying? But you did not see her as like it looked like he saw her as another man and as a threat to him too. The way he punched on her, and the two girls was about the same size. It was ridiculous.
I feel that when it comes to other races, I feel that they treat their women way better than black people treat theirs. And a lot of people used to bring up the fact that but white men sometimes do murder suicide with their lover and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, the rise of black people doing that has been way more in the last 4 or 5 years. I cannot
Mm.
tell you how many news headlines I read about black men killing either their baby mother, their ex-wife, and then turning the gun on themselves, or killing their children, then themselves. So at the end of the day, it's definitely time that we reevaluate what's going on in our own community, and also think about what's going on as far as mental health goes. And I
Right.
really do think that I do feel that a lot of us really don't we don't have access to mental health treatments and things like that. And as time progressed, I do think that trauma can be instilled in your DNA.
Absolutely, I agree.
And I feel that as time progresses, we're diving more and more into chaos and insanity, because we truthfully never really handled the issues that we were dealing with internally ourselves. So it's boiling over, and a lot of us are doing worse things to each other, things that don't even make sense. People just throwing away their lives, like the woman who got murdered because she beat a man in a basketball game.
Wow. Wow. So, did you ever hear of like colonization of the mind?
You said what?
Have you ever heard of the term colonization of the mind?
Yeah.
Okay.
Be careful with your words, Jeremy. What did I say? Wait, did I cuss? I thought I was not cussing like that this video.
I didn't hear you curse.
Wait, but like, wait, was like, can I not say certain things? Or I'm not, because y'all know sometimes I don't know about these damn YouTube policies. They'll let me say every cuss word like out there, but baby, don't let me talk about racial inequality, child.
Right. Yeah, yeah, but that's something.
Oh, okay, yeah. But at the end of the day, I don't really expect this. I wasn't expecting this video to get monetized anyway. I hope it would, but I'm not
Oh, all
expecting it.
right, the basketball thing? Because I don't see the chat.
Oh no, they talked about me using the word KILL, like unalive.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay,
That is
okay,
so
okay.
childish that we can't say the word kill. We are grown.
But I think it's like within the first, like, certain amount of time of the video. You've been up here now for over a half hour.
Yeah, I have. So
But
yeah, but
anyway,
like and like and another thing, and another thing that I have a really big issue with is black people wanting to make it seem as if just because somebody may not, have the same views that you may have means that they can't say anything worth hearing. You know what I'm saying? And I know a lot of people hate Candace Owens.
right.
I know a lot of people do not like Candace, but that does not mean that y'all don't need to see that documentary on BLM.
Let me tell you something. It's so crazy. Like, you might not have the same views of the people. A lot of her stuff be valid.
A lot of her stuff be valid, and like, you want to know something, like, y'all want to know some two YouTube creators who I watch very often that I think y'all should watch. I mean, their platforms are way bigger than mine. It ain't like I'm helping them out, but one of them is named Rundell's Unpopular Opinion.
I'm with her. I'm subscribed to her Patreon.
Oh yeah, I like me too. I've been subscribed to her forever. Then the other one is called Ruined Leon.
Oh, I didn't see that one. Ruined Leon. Okay.
Ruined Leon.
Okay.
Our let me put his stuff in the chat. Now I'm gonna tell you, if y'all not ready to hear unmitigated truth, if y'all not ready, if y'all not ready to hear that real and not just then I would not advise you to click on this channel. But I'm gonna just put it in here in the chat. If you do so, if you might want to, like, take a gander around there. But you may or may not be triggered immediately. I cannot confirm or deny that. I will admit myself that when I first came across this person's videos, that when I first came across it, I was actually kind of offended. Because at the time I just had a more so dogmatic mindset where I just believe what I believe, and I really wasn't willing to hear anything that anybody else had to say. Then I actually
Okay.
listened to this person, and he was making so much sense, and I was like, wow, he is really preaching out here. He's really saying a lot of great things. You know what I'm saying? So
did you heard? I know you know about the Charleston White thing, right?
yes, but if you talking about anything dealing with the R word, I don't want to talk
No,
about
I
it.
wasn't going to talk about that part, but that was true. You know what I'm saying? Like, he raised a lot of points and opened up a can of worms on, everybody that, T.I. tried to throw at him. He started pulling their cards. Oh my God. It was like, baby, like, T.I., you might want to sit this one out. Like, he's like the real deal. Like, you got to go back into character, buddy.
Yeah, like, because at the end of the day, what you want to do, you really, child. I'm gonna get up off that because one thing is he a Republican? No, he's not. But I don't like Ti.
I
I
don't
don't.
like. I've been stopped liking him a
Can I
long
can
time
I
ago.
can I ask a question? Can I ask a question?
Absolutely.
And this is to everybody. How come? How come when white people, Hispanic people, Asian people, you know, when they are, you know, requested to talk to very important leaders, they reach out to the doctors, the lawyers, the politicians,
Talk about it.
the all of that. But when it comes to black people, they love to reach out to the basketball players,
The bastard cases.
you know, the rappers, and all of a sudden Kanye and
To,
T.I. have become the leaders of the black community.
no.
I don't know why. I don't know why so much of our importance is on, like, you know,
Like,
basketball and rap,
by
and you know,
design.
like, and I don't believe that. And that's something that when I went to college, and when I was graduating high school, I always said to myself that I wanted to be separate, you know, from the norm, you know, of trying to chase, you know, the entertainment world, and actually see how else I can, you know, propel my life as a black person in other avenues, such as business. And I'm really happy that I did that, because
Yes.
there's not a lot of us in this, you know, in the fields, you know, that I'm in. Like in my office is not a lot of us. It's only like maybe a handful, and it should be way more.
But you know, these institutions are also, like, you know what I'm saying, cherry picked too. You know what I'm saying? Like, they create, you know, listen, I'm call me a conspiracy theorist, but it's just too much, you know, evidence to show this, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And it starts from, you know, they have like putting abortion clinics in, you know, and pushing that in certain communities, and, you know, everything else.
That's not really a conspiracy theory. That's kind of historical. You know, when it came to the woman who basically started Planned Parenthood,
Mm-hmm.
it was definitely touted and rumored that she was definitely a part of the belief of eugenics. So
Exactly.
at the end of the day, is not, you know, I believe that they even at one point they said they were going to separate her name from the legacy, but I'm not sure. But it definitely was was, you know, targeting, you know, lower income communities.
Yeah, just like sterilization. You know what I'm saying?
But truth be told, like it's not a lot of the earth left for us to inhabit. To be honest, you know, it's not like we have unlimited resources. So I do believe in population control as well. So I do believe that that's something that, like, you know, that has been happening, is a form of population control. I mean, like, at the end of the day, somebody got to die, right? I'm just being honest. At the end of the day, we can, like, it just can't be 20 billion of us on like one planet.
Well, I was looking at it from, like, you know, the amount of, you know, when they was doing, like, you know, seeing how many white people was in this country, how many, you know, of each race, and, you know, the white population was, you know, not increasing at the same rate as every other, you know, race. And so that's why they wanted to, like, you know, start increasing their race so they could, you know, continue to maintain the power
Yeah,
structure.
that's actually a documentary where I believe a fertility doctor was accused of being a believer of that, because he ended up secretly impregnating, like, I believe over 100 women, or maybe 68 women or
I
so.
remember of his own DNA, his own stuff, right?
Yeah.
I remember I saw that one.
Yeah, like, what in the world did I return to? Child, we took a sharp left, and we began talking about something else. I really don't know how we got into this.
So
Yes,
what was earlier? Because I came in late.
we were I was basically just talking about, you know, how women can, you know, respect themselves, you know, and not put up, you know, with BS like Tisha does. And I was basically saying how Marsau don't respect her.
I think he, like, she the reason why I think he hates her. I think he really does, like, you know, have a disdain for her. And I think he has that for her because I believe that he wants her to, like, you know, to like, you know, assume the position, you know what I'm saying, and give a little fight back. And I think that being that she's so much of the way she is, it kind of disappoints him, and that disappointment turned into hate.
I don't think it's that. I think he don't want her to fight back. Oh my god! I just blew out a candle. My coworker gave me. Well, I don't know which coworker. A coworker gave me a pumpkin spice candle today,
Hmm.
and they left it on my desk. It was like a secret gift, and I like it smells so good.
It does.
I've had it burning for an hour. I need to stop. I love candles. If y'all don't know that about me, know that I love candles. Okay, child, listen. I love smell goods. What in the world did I return to? Okay, yes, to in Michigan, he don't respect. Yeah, no, he don't respect her. He don't respect her. He don't. But the thing is that that's why he married her, because he wanted a woman who he can control. Marceau don't want no woman who has her own mindset, own intelligence enough to see through the mess that he does. Because how would he do it? He's not. He's
Go
not
ahead.
testing Tisha. He's not testing Tisha. He's taking advantage of her because he's allowing it.
Right. And right, and as long and him being a Libra, I know one thing with Libras, as long as you allow them to freaking run over you and do, they gonna keep going until you become part of the damn dirt. You have to give pushback. Like you have to, like, whoever he's cheating on her with runs their relationship. He should get more so whenever
Well,
whoever that other person is allows him to go back home.
well, we don't know if he's cheating or not.
Allegedly.
Wide backs can definitely do a lot of things, so we can't say what he is or is not doing. But I can't say for sure if he's cheating. But wide backs do have a tendency to cheat. They do.
Allegedly, I was the way I saw the way he looked at Melody. Like I was like, I didn't even see him ever look at Tisha like that ever. So what? I said, you see the look on his face.
One thing I've always paid attention to is how much he admires Melody. He loves to talk. He loves talking about her. You know.
That's crazy. And I think Tiffany is attracted to Martell, and I believe that
Oh
Tisha.
yeah. Oh yeah, she is because don't forget that Martell literally said that he would get her pregnant, and she was just a giggling and a laughing.
Wait,
Even if it was in front of her own
right, give it to
husband,
him
and
right there.
and that's when they said that they were in an open relationship. So I guess they down with it. I guess they would have loved to have Martell in a maybe Martell was in a, I don't know.
I think he was. I do, because the way Lewis, what's his name, Lewis. I think that he's. I don't think that, like, I think that he's too good for Tiffany. I think Tiffany's trash.
Well, Tiffany is definitely trash, but as long as Lewis still has those man breasts, he's not gonna find the suitable woman that he wants. He's gonna have to get a mastectomy. Is it a mastectomy?
Yeah, mass titties, y'all.
Yeah, is he gonna need to get a mastectomy before he's able to find his loved one? I don't think women like titties. At least not on
Listen,
men, at least.
listen. So Marcel got hips, got titties. Like, dig it. I think that Martell. All right, let me start from right here. I think that Tisha manipulates her mother. Not even manipulate. I think she uses her mother to do her dirty work. I think she manipulates Maurice to get Kimmy in line, and I believe that Maurice also got Destiny in line on Tisha's behalf. I think like she's the one that's like stirring up that whole bullcrap over there in Huntsville because she is miserable and she's going to make everybody else miserable. And that's why Marcel blasts her because he knows what she's doing. He sees her game. And like, you know what I'm saying? He's telling her, you keep that tornado going as you want over there. I got my own thing going over here. And he probably cursed her out to the floor after that fight.
Okay, I can definitely see that point. When Martell, the only dude on the show without, oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. What is wrong with y'all? Somebody else said that they think that Marceau, Kimmy, and them were all swingers. Child.
I believe it.
Which are like I'm confused how. They're related.
What the men, the just Marceau and Maurice? I mean, yeah, Marceau and Maurice. That's it. Who else is related?
Yeah, but at the end of the day, the only other people they can swing with is just Martell and Melody. So I'm saying it was just Melody and
I don't
Martell.
think Martell and Melody. I don't think Melody was down with any of that. I think Martell was. I think Martell go both ways, and I think that allegedly that Marcel and Martell got some type of love. I think, and I also think Carlos King is part of that too. I think Carlos King slept with Martell. I think that allegedly, and Marceau with Martell, I think they got like a strong relationship.
Ciao.
I really do.
So you basically saying that what you think what started the fight at Madani was really sexual tension. Is that what you're saying?
I don't think it was that. I think that I didn't even see the episode. I just be listening because I'm part of the strike, so I didn't even see the episode. But I think it was hot. I believe number one, it was hot, and you can't be having too many people with too many problems stuck in that hot store with no electricity and no air condition. And they come outside and an argument started. They already was drinking, got that hot liquor pumping through their body, and it was just intoxicated minds. And Tisha was at she was puppeteering, had everything already in play, and that's it. It went down. And she's always acting like she's so innocent. She ain't innocent. She's no victim.
Wow, y'all are really making me second think this. Like I never once thought anything romantic between Martell and Marceau.
You see how fast they made up, right?
Child.
I think, and I think that Martell is always a top in all situations.
I am done.
I'm teasing.
I am done. Not you using gay terminology. I am done.
I don't want to, I'm trying to
keep
it as
you that?
As possible.
Who taught you that? Who taught you about
we from New York. What?
Okay, child, listen. I didn't know you knew anything about no tops or bottoms.
Look at Marceau hips. Them hips don't come in just like that.
I always said it. They make up the breakup. Child, when a real person who put I can't even say it out. I can't even say it without laughing. Hold on. Let me try to get center. Hold on. Let me try to do it again. When a real person who probably took that photo of Martell, sleep after getting that poontang was really Chris Fletcher and Martell who knocked him out. I'm just kidding. I'm just playing. Child, not they gave him that act right, put him right to sleep.
Put him right to sleep. You see, he ain't getting mad at that picture. He probably blushed.
I'm done.
He probably was like, I remember that night.
I am just kidding. At the end of the day, I do not believe any of this. I'm just playing. That's funny.
Some hips don't come in by themselves. He was pregnant a few times,
Child, listen. Ooh, child, can y'all imagine what a threesome between Martell, Carlos, and Marceau would look like? Ugh. Oh my God. I just don't find the Scott brothers attractive. None of them. I don't find none of them attractive at all. Like
attractive. When Martell
I thought LeBerg was attractive. Hello?
LeBerg?
Yes, LeBerg was definitely handsome.
I didn't see him. But when Martell was like trying to get past that crowd of people, and like he was like on a football, like doing football practice, and I was like, I don't know, like him, like just ready to take them all on. It was just so. I was like, oh no, I'm not supposed to feel that for him because I didn't like what he did to Melody. Like, I had to keep putting that in my head.
So wait, you're saying, like, I literally said this on a review. I literally said this on the review of the fight. I literally said this. I was like, so y'all telling me that y'all wouldn't give him a little piece of the
Oh man, it probably would. I'd have been so weak. I'd have been like, go send a car for him. He can't be in the same car as me because it's too much. Like I got all this, like because your body start talking and shit. You just be like, I can't control myself. Nope, you can't come in this car with me, buddy.
I'm trying to tell you that I literally said that, and everybody was like, "He don't deserve no coochie. He don't deserve no
No, he
that and that."
didn't. He didn't. But that spirit, when I saw that, I was like, oh no, no, we got to remember what he did. That must he. Oh, I had to remember
And
Harry
like
on face and everything. Like I had to
I
dry up.
I literally said that in the actual review. I was like, maybe I'm just toxic, but if I was male, I would have gave him something. I would have took one for the it wouldn't have even been for the team. It would have just been for me.
I'd have like, girl, I understand, girl, because I was feeling it too. Like that spirit, man, that should be strong. But I couldn't. I had to think about all that and just like dry. No, bitch, we can't think about that. He need to fight all these motherfuckers because he was wrong for what he did.
Yes, like at the end of the day, I just know that I still have a lot of work left on me. So
it ain't above you.
It wouldn't have been above me. No, not at all. I would definitely have done it, but I would have left no traces of it, and I would have denied it.
Yeah, you gotta deny. You gotta do Miss Vanessa. That ain't never happened.
I would have I would have left no trace of it, and I would have denied it, and I would have made sure that Martell left his phone down there in the living room downstairs, and once he come upstairs, I would have been like, okay, let me pat you down, make sure you ain't mic'd. Make sure you ain't
Miss Vanessa. You'd be like that.
You ain't bugged.
Yup, you'd have been just like Miss Vanessa on that stage. That did not happen. I don't know where they get these stories from.
That would have just been me. I don't know. But it really was very attractive to see Martell fighting on Melody's behalf like that. It does make a man more handsome when they do the right thing and act like a man is supposed to towards his family, but that's far in between for BD. Exactly. And another thing is when he's with Melody, he looks different. It's like his whole face.
When they were standing together, I said, oh my God. That was such a, I didn't see they stood together when that whole thing. It was so powerful. It brought a tear to my eye. Like that was so, made me so mad.
And I would post pics in my bedroom about my bedroom just in case he tried to describe it. Like I'm trying to tell, it would have been no trace of him sleeping with me, but I would have bounced on it. Absolutely. After he was fighting half of the damn parking lot. I would look, and I think they left together. They
did. Remember Miss Vanessa had his hand and she was like, it's not worth it. Her voice was so calming. I was like, oh my God, that sound, like, who's saying that? And it was Miss Vanessa. I said, oh wow, it's so sad. I was so hurt by it, just knowing that they're not together. That really hurt my feelings.
Yeah, it's really sad. And it's going to be sad even more when Melody find an actual man that she wants to be with now, rather than Martell, and he going to be sick. He going to be crying in the car.
He going to be crying on camera. What?
He going to be hurt. And I just hope, Melody, I just want to put this out there. If you do have a man, make sure he's taking some boxing classes, because as soon as Martell finds out who he is and if he exists, he gonna be coming for him. He gonna be coming for him. So if he ain't ready to fight, don't bring him around Martell.
I think Melody already found somebody and she's keeping it because of the impact that it's gonna have.
I believe Melody is also dating as well. I find it hard to believe that Melody is out here looking this fine, out here looking this luscious. She's literally in her sexual peak, for women. And she's not doing the sexuals with nobody. Oh, she's doing it. She just ain't gonna put it out there. And the other person that she probably doing it with ain't gonna tell either. I believe that's Melody is already dating, because in the midst of her argument with Martell, she started to allude to the fact that she is getting treated better by somebody else.
That man probably started punching the air when he heard that shit. Like broke his phone.
And I love the fact that Melody is not. I love the fact that Melody is not going to. And I do be thinking that every single time Melody go on these trips, and she's just by herself, quote unquote.
No, she wasn't by
I
herself.
think she with her man.
Yeah.
I think she be with him.
And
I
he be in
do.
the cut, like, go ahead, babe. Go ahead.
When
Go
like
show
when
them.
I believe when she went to Jamaica and there was this man there with her, but we never found out who he was.
Mm-hmm.
And she always keep them gay assistants on her live so she could cover her track, so she could just make it seem like it was one of her, her stylist or her, makeup artist. But we all know that neither one of them was there. So who wasn't Melody taking these photos of you walking and your booty jiggling while you
Oh
walking towards the
man.
water with your ponytail wig?
Mm-hmm.
Who was taking it?
Did you hear that Destiny sold that Gucci purse? I think it was on Ipsy for
I did not. I
2,500.
did. I did not hear. I did not hear that she sold the purse. I did not hear that.
They
I
said that
heard
she's.
that. I heard that she lost it, but I think that people are just saying that that she sold it because she's broke.
There was receipts. I don't know. Like, you know what I'm saying? I didn't even I was like, how could somebody like find a purse? Like, how did y'all know that was the same purse? Like, it didn't
Oh
make no
yeah.
sense.
Oh yeah, y'all. This is all alleged. I am not starting no rumor.
Oh yeah, allegedly.
Anything that me and Harlem are saying is just jokes. I do not think that Melody has a man. I do not think that Melody be having men watch her booty jiggle as she's walking towards the water. I don't believe any of that. All of that
Yeah,
was
this is
just a
all
joke.
allegedly. This is
It's
gossip.
all a joke. It was just a dream. And Mel is keeping her business on lock. She said she ain't telling us even if she got remarried. I don't blame her. But I just want Melody to I really do want Melody to find somebody who really does treat her. I'm about to bring you up, Carolyn. I really want Melody to find somebody who really treats her the way that she deserves to be treated and who really just pours so much into her. She really deserves that. She deserves to be treated. Really just so much into her. Carolyn Cooper, you have an echo. So I think you're possibly watching the video, but you will have to exit out of that video. Hello? Carolyn? Caroline? Carol? Caroline? Carolyn? Carolyn?
Mike, Carolyn, check your mic. Turn your mic on after you turn off that video.
Carolyn, are you there? I'm just kidding. I'm gonna put you down, Carolyn. Try to come back up. All right, Carolyn. Wait, it's like the only way you can do it is kicking him. Damn, that seems kind of harsh.
So what are we on? Is this StreamYard?
Yeah, it is.
What about the other one that you had? You stopped using it.
Restream. Yeah, I definitely stopped using that because y'all was never able to come up and talk to me because the connection was never connecting. Come on. And on StreamYard, I can do this off my phone. Although I'm not on my phone right now. I'm at my computer and it's on a mic. But a lot of times I'm doing stuff on my phone now and I'm just laying in my bed.
Right.
So I really enjoy that.
But let me let you go. I gotta finish some work. I was like, let me just jump on with you for a minute. I like talking to you. Thank you. I'm glad you're feeling better too. Like, that energy was, I actually felt that energy. Like when you said your spirit was like, your energy was down, I wasn't catching none of your lives and stuff. And I was like, where is he? Like, I couldn't find you. Like I would see that you did the video, but I always missed it. But now that you said your energy is back up and I'm like, I'm catching your videos again. I said, this is different, the frequency.
Yeah, like I'm in a way better place. It took me some time. Michael is literally in his crate. He is sleeping. He literally was just like he just be sitting there watching me. Like he stares at me for long periods of time. It's actually kind of uncomfortable for me. Like he'll just sit and he'll stare at me. He will just stare. And again, he loves to do it. He loves to stare at me. I looked it up why they do that, and it says they're just like adoring their owner. So I'm up here like he adoring me, but like he be needing to stop doing that shit sometimes.
What kind of dog is he?
He's a I feel like I didn't said this a couple of times already. He's a golden retriever poodle mix. So he's what they call a golden doodle.
I gotta look that up. But anyway, good night, Jeremy.
Good night. Thank you, and thank you for the well wishes as well. Okay, I'm a remover. I'm a remove. All right. Oh yeah, Michael has a right. Michael is named after me because my middle name is Jermichael, like Jermichael. So I couldn't really think of a name to give him. So I was like, I couldn't think of it. I couldn't see. He had a sister who I was gonna buy, and I had a name for her. But when I found her, I didn't have a name for him. And luckily the shop didn't have a name that they was calling him, because they don't want to give the dog a name and he starts answering to it. And just one day I just screamed out Michael. I was like, Michael. And ever since then it's just been that. How can we help keep those spirits up? I really don't know how y'all can help. Do you want me to say like like cash out me or something? I mean, you could do that. Money always lift your spirits up. But outside of that, praying for me, coming in like and like talking to me and stuff like that, and just supporting my channel really does do it for me. I don't really need much. I'm not like I'm not, I'm not a. I don't really request much, honestly. Our dog name was Chaya Missy Smith. When my mama got divorced, it changed the donations, donations, donations. I don't know. I don't know. I don't like to call it donations. I'm not a charity. I mean, I guess I do. I don't know. Maybe it's my pride, but I don't like asking people for money. I don't like that. I don't. And plus, I don't know what y'all need y'all money for. What it is that y'all like. What y'all want to do with y'all. Look, I don't want to. I don't want to be that person. You don't want to just go, you don't want to be the person who goes on somebody's channel and they always just hit you over the head asking you for money. Like she said, wait, you're Jeremy Jermichael? Yes, I am. I'm Jeremy Jermichael. That's cute, I guess. Now, please do not feel comfortable to call me that in person because you will get looked at crazy. But yes, that is. I can't talk though. Jill Alize Ruff is my government name. Okay. I love that last name, Ruff. You know? We never, ever, ever do it easy. We like to do it nice and rough. That's how we do Proud Mary. Have you ever hit somebody from the back and they screamed out Jamaica? No, nobody ever knows my middle name like that anyway. And no, they always scream out Jeremy. That's what they always screaming. Anyway, when she passed, I found out my mama gave her our maiden name when I went to pick up the ashes. I cannot. Y'all are funny. What is going on here? What is this chat turned into? What is this chat turned into? Not you talking about dead dog ashes and what is going on? Doggy had dogs having maiden names and stuff like that. Well, Michael does have my last name. I ain't gonna hold you. When I do take him to the vet, that shit say Michael Taylor. The doctors always chuckle a little bit. I don't care. Look, I spent $3,500 on this damn dog. He taking my last name. He gonna be a Taylor regardless if he wanted or not. Okay, $3,500 worth. He costs more than my damn family members. Shit, he at least he earned his right. To have the last name. Shit, other motherfuckers just got it for free. You get it? You get what I'm saying? So Michael, if anything, Michael is more of a Taylor than any one of my other family members. How do they say it slow? Okay, okay, enough. Y'all, look, y'all will not sexualize me. Y'all know I don't like that. Y'all know I don't like that. My dog got her insurance card and everything. Yeah, they're expensive. Exactly. Like, like the hell, I'm not gonna give him a last name for it. He should have a whole social security card based on how much motherfucking money I should be getting. I should be getting some dependent money on my income tax checks for this. Like Michael is like, I have to take care of this dog like a child. If I leave out of the state, I need to find somebody to watch him. If I need to go somewhere, I have to find somebody to babysit. I definitely, this is a full-time job, child. When I come home, he don't let me have no time to myself. And then when I get on the phone or when I'm talking to y'all, that's when he wants to pop up and talk to me all of a sudden. Meanwhile, his ass been ignoring me for half of the damn day. Like that is just like a damn child, right? Shit. Bathing him, feeding him, clothing him with my damn money. He don't never tell me thanks. They be like that. I always look at them damn dog owners, right? And I always be looking at the ones who be showing the dogs, basically, what they like, what the dogs basically like pushing they bowls of food over to try to share with their master. And Michael never does that with me. Michael don't want to share. Michael don't want to share nothing. He don't want to let me borrow nothing. Everything that's his is his only. Don't let me pick up a toy of his, child. Oh no. Put that shit down. That's the energy that he be giving me. Put it down now. That's mine. Even if I ain't playing with it, I don't want you to have it. Child, look. Beware when you be careful when you get your dog. Michael don't only bark though. Michael be trying to make sounds. Michael be trying to talk to me. For example, when he was just sitting here about an hour or two ago, not an hour or two ago, but like about 2.5 hours ago, like he was like, like he was trying to say some words because I was talking to him and like he was talking back. I was like, Michael, you cannot do whatever you want to do. And he was like, no, you cannot. And he was like, and I was like, stop talking back. He was like, and I was like, look at this. It's like I'm talking to. Sometimes I really do feel like he knows exactly what the fuck I'm saying. Honestly and truthfully, he really does. I just believe he don't know how to talk, so he can't respond back. But I remember one time I told him like, he was cussing your ass out. Yeah, he was. My parents' dog is named Dwayne Ruff. They they be calling him my little brother when I go home to visit. They gave him my room. Oh wow. 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 I don't know why I like Jill. Jill, I don't know. You different. You could definitely be one of my friends. Dwayne living better than me. Child, Michael living better than me. I'm so mad. I'm so mad cause today I went by the dog store to give him some food. And I went to go get like a couple samples because they, they let you have samples. This lady gave me 25 different bags of samples. This shit gonna last me about a month and a half. I was like, I wish I could just walk up in McDonald's and get me some chicken nugget samples, to last me a year. But I can't do that, right? We can't do that. Dogs are like Michael has it easy. I literally didn't even have to pay for his food today. Truth be told, I ain't got to pay for it for a couple months if I don't want to. But he does have like his food that he actually likes to eat, child. Not y'all got me talking about my dog for this long. I always do this. I go on tangents. I love my dog. Y'all don't understand. I love my baby. I love my dog. All right, y'all. I think that wraps up the live. Okay, I don't want to keep y'all too long. It's almost been 2 hours. All right. I want to thank all of y'all for, liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. For those of y'all who did, please, subscribe to the channel. Like, you don't be scared. Give me the commitment. You subscribing to the channel is like you cuffing me, So cuff me, make me yours. Child, like take me. So go ahead, subscribe to the channel. I'll wait. Do 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 do. All right, y'all. I love y'all so much, okay? I hope y'all have a beautiful, beautiful rest of y'all night. Y'all make sure y'all go to sleep. Get yourselves some rest because we all gotta go to work in the morning if we ain't unemployed, right? So I'll talk to y'all soon, okay? And y'all please be safe out there. Peace.